This isn't hustle culture. This isn't ambition. This is survival. This is not about chasing dreams. This is about outrunning bills. This is not about grinding for success. This is about staying alive. Right now, somewhere in America, a young person is driving strangers through the dark. Another is standing under harsh fluorescent lights, flipping burgers for the night shift. Another is staring into a laptop screen at 2 a.m., hoping one more task, one more delivery, one more small payment will be enough to make tomorrow possible. Meet a 25-year-old who does everything they were told would work. They finish school, they applied for jobs, they show up on time, they don't waste money, they don't take vacations, they don't live recklessly, they work. Actually, they work 3 jobs. In the morning, they work retail. In the evening, they deliver food. At night, they freelance online. Not for luxury, not for choice, but because one paycheck no longer pays for a life. Every week, more than 60 hours disappear into work. Every month, the same fear comes back. Rent doesn't wait. Gas doesn't get cheaper. Groceries vanish faster than money comes in. There is no cushion, no backup, no savings. Not because this person is careless, but because the numbers don't make sense anymore. They wake up at 6 in the morning, not chasing success, but running from collapse. By noon, the body is already tired. By 5 in the evening, the mind is empty. By 7, there is another shift, another uniform, another version of the same exhaustion. At 10 at night, they finally make it home, but they are not finished. While the city goes quiet, the laptop comes on. Messages arrive, deadlines appear. The clock moves toward midnight, then 1 a.m., then 2. Eyes burn, hands shake, thoughts slow down. This is not ambition, this is endurance. There are no dreams anymore. Only schedules, only alarms, only days that feel exactly the same. And this is where the question begins. How did America get here? How did a full-time job become not enough? How did working hard become the fastest way to fall behind? How did the richest country in the world create a generation that works constantly and still can't afford to live? This is not one person's story. This is millions. Young people working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, sometimes more. Not to build wealth, not to get ahead, but just to stay standing, just to avoid sinking, just to breathe. If one job can't save you anymore, then something else is broken. And it's not the worker. This is not hustle culture. This is a quiet collapse. The first trap is housing, not luxury housing, not penthouses, not beachfront views, just a place to sleep, a room, 4 walls, a door that locks. 30 years ago, rent took a small piece of a paycheck. Today, it eats half of it or more. Minimum wage stayed almost frozen. Rent didn't. Wages moved like a tired old man. Housing prices ran like a racehorse. Every year, landlords raise the price. Every year, renters lose ground. The apartment didn't get bigger. The paycheck didn't grow, but the bill did. Across America, young people are crammed into bedrooms the size of closets, sleeping next to strangers, sharing bathrooms with people they've never met, living in places that once would have been temporary, but have become permanent. People say, just move somewhere cheaper. But cheaper doesn't exist anymore. The places with jobs are expensive. The places that are cheap don't have jobs. So people choose between commuting for hours or paying with their entire life. To a landlord. The next trap is food, not restaurants, not fine dining. Basic survival. Bread, rice, eggs, milk. The same groceries that used to cost $50 now cost $100. Fast food used to be the cheap option. Now even that hurts. $10 for a meal that doesn't last, and no one eats for pleasure anymore. They eat to keep moving. They skip meals, they cut portions, they choose the cheapest thing and pray it's enough, not to get full, just to make it to tomorrow, working just to eat, eating just to keep working. A perfect loop. Then there's insurance, the most American trap of all. You can't afford it, but you can't survive without it. One accident can destroy everything. One hospital visit can mean debt that lasts decades. So people pay hundreds of dollars a month for coverage they're scared to even use. You pay to feel safe, but you never feel safe. Without insurance, you risk bankruptcy. With insurance, you lose your paycheck anyway. You don't heal in America. You negotiate survival. And in the middle of all this, they tell you to budget better, to skip coffee, to cook more, to cancel streaming. As if a canceled subscription can save you from a broken system. As if folding clothes differently fixes the rent. As if eating noodles longer solves medical debt. This isn't a lifestyle problem, it's a math problem. When rent takes most of your income, when food takes what's left, when insurance eats the rest, there is nothing left for living. No future, no safety, no air. And yet they still ask, why are you tired? Because the system doesn't just take money, it takes years. The body breaks first, not all at once, quietly. Sleep disappears before anything else. Nights become shorter, lighter, filled with thinking you never asked for. The mind refuses to shut off. Bills echo in the dark. Schedules replay on loop. Every time the eyes close, another worry opens. Mornings no longer feel like mornings. They feel like survival checkpoints. The alarm isn't a sound anymore. It's a weight. Backs ache from standing too long. Wrists hurt from typing too much. Feet burn from walking too far. Energy drains faster than it can be replaced. Caffeine doesn't wake you up anymore. It just keeps you from collapsing. Food becomes fuel. Rest becomes rare. Pain becomes normal. Doctors' visits turn into fantasies. Not because people don't hurt, because they can't afford to find out what's wrong. And it doesn't stop at the body. The mind goes next. Anxiety becomes the background noise of everyday life. Not loud, just constant. Fear isn't dramatic anymore. It's practical. Fear of calling in sick. Fear of missing rent. Fear of the next bill in the mail. Fear of one moment going wrong. People stop taking days off, not because they love work, because time off feels dangerous, rest feels risky, staying home feels irresponsible, even when the body's begging to stop. Being sick isn't an emergency, it's a luxury, so people smile through exhaustion, laugh through burnout, work through pain, because losing a job no longer means inconvenience. It means collapse. Somewhere between the second job and the third, something else breaks. Hope. Plans disappear. Dreams get smaller. And then, they're gone. I don't dream anymore. I just survive. That sentence doesn't come from one person. It comes from millions. The future used to feel like a promise. Now it feels like a threat. Buying a home? Not with this math. Starting a family? Not with this debt. Retiring? That word sounds like a joke people used to believe in. Investing, saving, stability. All words from a different America. This generation didn't stop dreaming because they lacked motivation. They stopped because reality killed it slowly. Month after month, bill after bill, shift after shift, until there was nothing left to imagine, only to endure. They didn't fail the system failed them. It promised safety. It delivered stress. It promised opportunity. It delivered exhaustion. It promised a future and kept it out of reach. This isn't weakness. This is damage. And the scars are invisible, but they're everywhere. Here's the part they never show you. While you're drowning, someone else is floating. The money didn't disappear, it moved. Up. Wages barely moved in years, but corporate profits exploded. Stock markets hit record highs. Executive bonuses broke records. Company valuations climbed into the trillions. Meanwhile, your paycheck stayed still. You work longer. They earn faster. You grind hourly. They profit passively. Every rent increase lines someone else's pocket. Every price hike fattens a balance sheet. Every late fee becomes someone else's bonus. For you, it's survival. For them, it's business. This isn't accidental. It's structural. The system wasn't built to make you rich. It was built to make you useful. The more exhausted you become, the cheaper your time gets. The easier you are to replace. Then comes the lie, the loudest one. Just work harder. They sell it like hope, but it's a trap. Working more hours doesn't make life cheaper. It only makes you too busy to fight back, too tired to ask questions, too drained to demand better. You don't climb the ladder, you keep it standing. Your labor doesn't free you, it powers everything around you. They don't need you to rest, they need you running. And in the middle of all this, they told you to grind, but never taught you who profits from it. The truth is uncomfortable, Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're not tired because you're weak. You're tired because you're carrying a system that refuses to carry you. You are not behind. You started in a race that was never fair. And the finish line keeps moving. As the city glows behind glass towers and stock screens, the streets don't slow down. Lights stay on. Orders keep coming. Shifts never end. And somewhere in the background, a young person walks alone into the night, exhausted, invisible, still trying. This is not failure. This is design.